This is the show that gives you a daily dose of happy, uplifting, feel-good stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderlous News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. All right, our first segment is Cat Leads Rescuers to Man Who Fell Down Waterfall. A cat. This is a great story. So according to the El Dorado County Fire Protection District, the man fell 30 feet down a seasonal waterfall into the Weber Creek drainage. So his family soon noticed that he was missing, and his wife and neighbor went out looking for him. And as they were looking for the man, they started to notice this noise coming from just, out a little ways. And they followed the noise and, of course, soon realized it was a cat. It was their outdoor cat, meowing and making noises, crying out, let's just say that. And sure enough, found the man right there down at the bottom of the waterfall in the drainage. He's okay. He's got some injuries, but he's going to make it and do well and recover. And all thanks to that cute little kitty of theirs, or I should say cat, right? Have you ever had a cat help you like that? I don't know. The cats I've had, they seem to just do their own thing. They weren't really concerned about you unless it was time to be fed or clean their litter box or pet them. A dog, sure, but a cat, not so likely. So, hey, special cat. This family has a special cat. Extra kibble and extra treats for that cat. Maybe some catnip. Okay. All right. Next segment. The ocean cleanup effort has achieved a significant milestone by removing 220 tons of plastic from the Pacific garbage patch. This is huge. So if you don't know what that is, it's this massive, it's almost like an island, but it's not, but a massive amount of plastic that is collected in this one spot in the Pacific Ocean. And it just keeps collecting there from the currents and the tides and the winds. And it's huge, square miles. And there's this one company called the Ocean Cleanup that's tackling this, right? So this organization is the only one tackling this problem. They cleaned up the 220 tons of plastic. They removed that from the ocean, and they're continually doing this, right? So they're just constantly grabbing the plastic from the ocean, which is fantastic. We need this. I mean, not only do we need to use less plastic, obviously, figure out ways to make products that would maybe be more biodegradable and they wouldn't end up floating in the ocean. But also they're tackling the next problem or thinking about the next problem, which is what do we do with all the plastic? Right now, what do we do? So it's being separated and they're recycling it. But there's a couple companies that have mentioned they could make some products out of it, products that we use in home that we have available. So finding ways to take this plastic and make it into something that we would use or buy. Kind of cool. You think about there's a shoe company, I think, that takes recycled products and makes shoes out of them. So something like that with this plastic would be a cool entrepreneurial venture by someone. But great job. We love that. Hey, the Ocean Cleanup Organization is huge. If you ever see anything that they're looking for money or donations, please, not that I'm attached to that at all, but I would donate because they're killer. Okay. Wonderless moment of the day brought to us by Rise, which is by Shaman Angelina. She has an Etsy store, which has incredible jewelry, handmade necklaces, bracelets. I think she's coming out with earrings soon. Check her stuff out. In the description of the show is the link to that, her site on Etsy. Buy some of her products. They're really cool. But the moment of the day, it's a surprise. Let's see what it is. Wow, love that. Rise by Shaman Angelina. Always something fun to watch and see. Give us a moment to reflect. That's why we do these moments of the day. Always take a moment, 10, 15, 20 seconds to kind of reboot. And that's why I like a lot of the visuals and the music that she suggests for us for the moment of the day. So thank you, Rise by Shaman Angelina. All right, next segment. Newborn calf happy to live and graze on farm with smiley-face markings. Okay, this is fun. So check out the picture. This calf has naturally a smiley face, or what looks like a smiley face on the side of his body. Really cool. So Happy the cow, they named him Happy, was never destined for greatness, but he was born a bull on a dairy farm, so he was going to be used well for something. Yet despite his inability to produce milk on a dairy farm, although he can do some other things, he's also now a very valuable symbol of that farm with his happy face on his body. So it's really kind of cool. The Holstein calf, that's the type of calf, was born with a smiley face on one side of his body. The result is a naturally random black and white markings, typically of their breed, but of course it looks like a smiley face. So look, they said, look, we're not taking him anywhere. He's staying here. He'll be here forever. He'll be the only, at least the only one, not the only one, but he'll be one of the only, bulls on the dairy farm. Happy to graze and hang out. And of course, I think he's become sort of a social media celebrity on his own. So Happy the cow. Happy cows make happy milk and happy cheese. And this one, he's just happy. So, all right, great story. Now it is time for our Wonderlous thought of the day. And let's talk about how cool cows are. Okay, just in general. I don't have anything real specific except just let's name a couple things that are cool about cows. One, they're big. Okay, so that's kind of cool. They're big. They produce milk, which is great because if you like milk, then you're drinking, milk, you're having milk and cereal. I gave my kids milk after they had formula, before they went on to just drink milk. Milk makes cheese. You make ice cream from milk. That's probably a popular one, right? I used to love ice cream. And this is for all the non-lactose intolerant viewers and listeners out there. But, it's pretty amazing when you think about one thing, and let's just talk about the milk, not the other things that cows, are useful for. But grazing is another one, right? Getting rid of a lot of that grass and such. But really just the milk. I mean, how many different products we make from milk? It's incredible to think about that. And I just named a couple, So whether you like the idea that, or agree with the fact that cows are used for a lot of things in our culture, society, around the world, the products we eat, do they contribute to depletion of the ozone layer and all these other things? I don't know. Maybe, but so do a lot of other things. The thing is that, the wonderful things that we can get from the milk that is extracted from a cow. It's pretty sweet. So, look, if you have a positive feel-good story that you want to share here on the show, please let me know. The email address is right there. If you can see that, it's wonderlessnews@gmail.com. Send me your story, send me a picture, send me your name, whatever you want. I will talk about it here on the show. In the meantime, thanks again for watching and listening. Make sure you subscribe or like or follow, depends on what platform you're seeing our show, whether it's a podcast or a video podcast or just straight audio. Go ahead and follow us and like us and subscribe, whatever, all three or one of the three. So thanks again. This is Hoyt Christopher. Thanks for watching and listening to Wonderless News. I'll see you tomorrow.